one and all present over here. Myself, Mohanashruti, along with my teammate, are going to present about low temperature polycrystalline oxide. And our presentation will be as follows. First, we'll be discussing about current display technologies, and then we'll be comparing the various technologies. Then we'll discuss about our LTPO device and its pros and cons. Finally, we'll discuss about the patents of various companies, followed by its applications. Now, my teammate Hao Tian will explain about current technologies.
Thanks, Mohana, for the brief introduction. And in the current industry, there's several technologies applied by them, and the commonly used such as LTPS, oxide such as IGZO, and amorphous silicon, and organic materials such as OLED. And each solution has their own pros and cons, and there's no thing such as a perfect solutions for different applications such as phone and large TV screens. However, LTPO has emerges to have its own special benefits, and Mohana will continue the discussion.
Now, when we compare the various technologies like amorphous silicon and indium gallium zinc oxide and low temperature polysilicon technologies, we'll be comparing with the parameters like electron mobility, individual TFT size, aperture ratio, PPI, yield rate and cost. We have found that the LTPS has a better backplane technology than the other two display technologies. Though it has better display quality, it also has disadvantages like low yield rate and high cost. Now, we'll be discussing about our LTPO device.
In the LTPO, it is a compromise between the benefits of both LTPS and IGZO. And as LTPS is used to make the CMOS device, as it's and however, the oxide TFT can also use to manufacture the NMOS, as it's not able to manufacture the PMOS. Hence, the operation part, LTPS, is used to make the TFT switching circuit and is positioned on the left side of the patent. And the IGZO is made to make the NMOS circuit that has different benefits, such as it consumes very low battery life.
Now, when we talk about LTPO advantages and disadvantages, first let's see its advantages. As mentioned in the previous slide, LTPO combines both LTPS as well as oxide TFTs. It is applicable for both OLED as well as LCD displays, and it is more likely to be used exclusively in high-end OLED displays. In LTPO, as switching circuits are LTPS and driving circuits uses IDZO, this could lead to a power saving of around 5 to 15% compared to the currently used LTPS backplanes. Now, when we consider the LTPO drawbacks, the main drawback of LTPO is that IGZO TFTs are larger, so that the display density should be compromised, which will lead to relatively poor resolution. And when we compare with other display panels, they are more costly and also they have low yield rate. Now we'll be discussing about various patents.
Apart from Apple, actually there's much more companies who are also working on the LTPO. And here's a patent file from AUO, one of the big companies in Taiwan. And they explore of different ways to place the IGZO driving circuits in the design. And on the left side is the driving circuit with a chop gate IGZO design. And the right part is the IGZO TFT placed on the bottom part and as the driving gate. And each design had its own advantages. And now I'm going to talk about the patents from another company, which is BOE, a Chinese company. And BOE design is actually quite similar to the Apple's one, as it separates from the LTPS on the left side and the switching circuit TFT on the right side. And
now let's talk about the Apple LTPO patents. Now, by considering Apple wants to improve the iPhone's battery life by changing the technology used in its display. Future Apple Watch or phone could switch to LTPO for backplane, potentially cutting down the amount of power required to update the screen. And one of the application is Apple Watch 4. Apple Watch 4 uses the patent name pending LTPO TFT technology to extend battery life. According to IHS Markit report, Apple uses 3 patents that cover technology, which are mentioned in our slide. And the possible reasons for why Apple did choose to introduce LTPO would be like, it has more closely involved in OLED component cost and technology, and also to reduce the power consumption of Apple products, to achieve high electron mobility for high resolution of its display, and also to better manage its display supply chain. And this is the Apple Watch 4, which uses the LTPO technology. And these are the various references from where we collected information and made our presentation. Now we are going to show a brief introduction about Apple Watch 4.
Iconic design, we've developed and refined the form, also managing to make it thinner. The new display is now over 30% larger and is seamlessly integrated into the product.
Thank you for your attention.